So you've made it past the set of challenge exercises, and congratulations for that. What we're going to do now is fix a small little issue that I've noticed, and I'm going to go ahead and let my bird be killed here. So let's wait for him to get hit 6 times. And you can see this transition on the lose is so immediate, right? I want to make it a little bit softer. And so what we're going to do instead is add a ghost effect so that the screen whites out, the game over background switches, and then the screen comes back into view. So the way we're doing it now is we're just hiding the bird, and we are switching the backdrop, right? So instead of doing this, I guess I want to go ahead and send a signal over to my backdrops, and then let my backdrops take care of the effects, right? So we're going to go ahead and come over here to events, grab a broadcast message, and let's message game over. And I'm going to take this code here and I'm going to put it, or actually I can keep this, leave it there, leave the set play game to 0 there, and I'm going to receive my game over broadcast over on my backdrops. And so when I receive game over, then what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to repeat 10 times, go to my looks, and change graphic effect, which is going to be the ghost effect. So the higher the ghost effect, the more transparent the background is, right? And so this is going to make the background disappear slowly. And then I want to switch the backdrop to the game over backdrop. Okay. After it switches to the game over backdrop, which will be all white because the ghost effect will be at 100, then I'm going to bring the backdrop back into view by changing the ghost effect by -10. So let's go ahead and see if this works out. And I'm just going to leave my bird to be destroyed here. Okay, so that kind of worked. I wish it was a little bit slower. So I'm going to go into control, or maybe I could just play around with these numbers here, and I could maybe say 100 and set it to 1, 100 repeat and set this to -1. And let's see if that is a little too slow. That was strange. It did not switch. Okay, so that is a little too slow. So I'm going to change this to 50, change this to 2, and -2. I'm going to test it by switching my backdrop to level 1 and clicking on when I receive game over. I'm sorry, let's do that. Okay, so that looks better, but it looked like there was a stop all that was happening in the middle of when this was switching. So let's go ahead and check that out and see if that's the case, and if it is, we need to stop that stop all, right? And I could tell there's a stop all because in the middle of the transition it just stopped. Okay, so that actually worked, right? And one more thing is we want to make sure our hearts are disappeared when the bird loses all of his energy, right? So we can come over here and we could say if energy, let's use an inequality variable, bird energy is less than 1, then we want to hide the sprite. And we could put that in a forever loop under the green flag, and let's test that out, see if it works. So that worked out perfectly.